um, it. Yeah, like nails on a chalkboard, like going through kindergarten again. But here's the thing that it's just, I can understand people have to go through that stage.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for something when you do that.
But it's just so, like, I don't know, it's kind of frustrating to me that people that are, like, way older than me still don't grasp it. And it's like...
Well, the other part of that is, you want to be happy?
Oh, look at you got my toys. You saved them. Thank you. My
Actually,
beglery.
Irene, one of the ladies in the group, found them underneath the table. And everybody's like, what is that?
Thank you.
Exactly what that is.
You know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's one of my toys. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, needless to say,
It's when I hear these stories, you know, and it's like everybody just complaining about the worst aspect of their life. It's like Facebook, you know, FML, and I'm so, like, it's just, God, I know.
Well, how boring would we be
It's true.
if we all moved at exactly the same
If it was
pace?
all white on white, or all black on black, or all
So,
gray, yeah.
These people, individuals have
Different
their own-
rates.
They had
Tortoise in the hair.
two totally different parents than you,
True. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
whether they had parents or not.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. We're all at different rates. The thing that just drives me crazy is the damn systems rules of teaching people progression. It don't work like that. It takes too damn long, and they get too distracted. Give them the answer right there. And the thing is I know that it can't be done like that because it goes against the setting. That's what drives me crazy.
Okay, so you
Not
that's
really. I'm
your
not crazy
work,
about it.
okay, is that okay, it's here and it's but do I spend my energy being frustrated about it, or do I spend my energy finding a solution and helping navigate?
Listening
Maybe
and
it's one
accepting.
person listening and accepting and go, oh, and it's like my job, okay? People come in, everybody's at totally different places in their lives. So the information I'm going to share with you is totally different.
Different
than-
from him. Yeah, Johnny and Sally.
And my approach, I have to meet the person where they're at. Otherwise, I'm not respecting their journey.
It's so true. It is so true. That's what I guess I'm having problems with lately, because it's like, I know what I've been through in my life, and I know how I've progressed, and if I'm able to see it and grasp it a little bit easier, why in the hell can't somebody else get it? Because I'm a lost cause. I was the one that can't pick up the ball. I'm the one that's never going to get there in time, but I'm figuring it out. And it's like, if I can damn do it, why in the hell are most people not taking the research to find this information out, to better yourself? I mean, shit, look up Alan Watts. I mean, it's like, that's the thing that gets me, is why stop learning? Why waste your life sitting on a couch playing video games and TV and experiencing VR when you can go out and do those types of things? Oh, well, if in real life, though, you can get hurt, in VR you won't. And it's like, well, I mean...
And you're assuming a lot about the people that are in those groups, I must tell you.
I maybe am. And you know what? That's a lot of harsh judgment. And I really tell you what the fact of it is. It's coming to terms with myself here lately. My ego has been fighting me so much lately because I'm making a transition and I notice it. My subconscious notices it. And therefore, it's literally fighting me tooth and nail. I mean, it is very difficult for me. And you know what? I finally figured out the damn answer. And it's always been there. And I know it. I've known it the whole time. I know it the whole time, and I know exactly what it is. I know I talk too much. Ha 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 ha.
Good.
Golf clap.
One.
And I know in order for me to be successful in my life, I have to turn that volume down and or slash off. So rather than spending 90% of the time talking and 10% of the time listening, I need to spend 90% of the time quiet, or this is it, right? Silent, quiet, listening, observing, and 10% of the time talking.
Right,
and I know that.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been making this transition through. I've had a lot of people say, "Hey, Loke, you all right? You all right? Hey, are you good, man?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." And they're like, "Are you sure? You don't look fine." And I'm like, "I know what I have to do." I don't really tell this, but like, I know what I have to do. I'm fighting myself right now because I know that success will be there for me, but I got to shut up about it, about everything and everything, like just small talk and this and that and the other. It's totally a waste of energy. And I get that. And it drives me crazy because my subconscious has been so intertwined with acting that way that when I'm shutting it down, it's saying, "Oh, hell no, you ain't getting rid of me. I'm better than you." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah?" So that's why I've been doing a lot of juggling and, playing with my toys
and
to keep my mind out of the gutter of my own thoughts.
Good.
So my heart's really working overtime here to see me through all this, and I feel like I'm getting really close, and it's getting difficult because people that were used to me, and then all of a sudden I'm not, hitting that punching bag anymore. Then they're like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I'm really in a good mood." And they're like, "Bullshit." And I'm like,
And
then I switch back.
A new approach.
It's just like, I don't know. I don't have. I don't have time to waste with that anymore. And it's like, I know I need to make time because that will only give time for myself. But I've just been getting so frustrated lately, not with anybody in particular, it just myself and how I'm reacting to fighting all of this transition I'm going through. And I know I'm going through the transition because my mind is fighting it so hard. And your mind, you think controls you, but it's really your heart that guides you.
Yeah, and our egos want to.
Ego is just.
I love the sound of my own voice. I have great things to say.
And it's bad too. Hey,
and
they won't know. Take that.
There's a big difference between listening and waiting for the other person to stop talking. So, really checking in with yourself, and I encourage you to do that, is, well, am I listening? What did he just say? Because it's a real skill to listen and then not just go, okay, now I've got some space. I get to tell you what I was waiting to, because my ideas are really great. So,
I was observing that the other day.
Yeah.
There were two guys talking, and one was having a conversation about some stuff, and literally right after that guy was done talking, the other guy's like, "Hey, yeah, so that's great. I got some music. I got a song I want you to listen to." And I'm like, damn, how many times have I done that? And I was really like seeing myself through it all. And that's really true, that what's going on in your outside world, there's nothing. Okay, so here's your box. All right. There's nothing different from the inside of the box to the outside. It's all the same space. It's just a border that makes you think that it's separate. So really what's going on the inside is going on outside. And wow, it's when you kind of see what's going on, your life throws pieces of yourself back. That's why sometimes things seem very familiar. And you're like, "Oh my gosh, this seems so familiar. This is deja vu." And I have more thoughts on deja vu at a later time. But yeah, it's kind of an illusion that we're separate from everything else. And we're not. That's why everything that's presenting itself in your life is really happening on the inside. You really feel like that, so you see it come out. And those that are closely interconnected to that web that you're in. Like, think of like dewdrops on a cobweb. They all reflect each other to some degree, even through each other. So on that web, everybody's reflecting everybody that way. And that's what the chaosphere right here represents. The center, the z-axis. They go into different doorways and paths and going to these different spaces to where you can actually be in that space, whatever that space entails. Think of 3 dimensions, positive, neutral, and negative. 3D, 3 dimensions of light, positive, neutral, and negative. We can only see the contrast. So therefore, by seeing the contrast, we essentially see the 3 dimensions.
Well, Mr. Loki. And also, it's good to keep in mind that when you're feeling you're doing well, and we put that out to the universe, to remember that many, the universe is great, they're doing great, they've learned things. So they send on opportunities, which may look chaotic, which may be all these people, other people who aren't doing well, to see how well you actually are doing. Hey, he said he's doing well, so here's some opportunities so you can see your own growth. Did I grow? Or do I just go right back into my song and dance, so to speak?
Well, I believe a lot of that has to do with environment. I believe it really has mostly to do with environment. And it really what it comes down to is the choice of environment you place yourself in based upon what you really feel that you deserve. So if you're placing yourself around all these drug addicts that are using, you're gonna be almost guilty by association and or fall into it. You can't help it. It becomes your web, your sphere, the web
Yes, you
you're
shouldn't
in.
be surprised
It's all
that,
reflecting.
look at all this loser activity over here. And it's
Yeah,
like, well,
because that's
hell,
really how
I
you're
am.
feeling.
Yeah.
And you have the choice to see that, recognize it, and move on from that. And that's where a lot of people that feel there and think that are caught up that they have these addictive personalities, that they have to stay in these situations. They don't have to. They don't have to stay in these situations. They can literally choose to move. But if the people are always around, well, then maybe you have to be a little chaotic yourself and burn a few bridges in that area. Not all chaos is a bad thing. It's not. So use a little discernment, burn the bridges with the bad, and start working on that new foundation for a new choose. It's tricky. It's very tough. It's so easy, which kind of was what I was saying about the talking thing. It's so easy to observe and see, but really to place yourself inside the middle of that web. You know, to place yourself right in the inside of that and just see everything around you reflecting and you just sitting in that space and choosing not to react to this or react to what they said, or somebody yells at you, you're walking on the side of the road and they yell at you through the window and you get upset, or, you know, it's like just seeing how everything standing right in the center and seeing how life comes to you. And you can only really do that when you're everybody wants to say aware, present, now, in the moment, in the flow, but it really comes down to seeing literally right in front of your face and not judging it. And that is the hardest part for me, and that's what I'm struggling with now. So that's the transition I'm going through, is seeing myself through a different like observing, staying in the center and watching everything kind of flow in and come to me. And I've been reacting off of a couple things. Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm passing my test 100%, but my tests they're getting harder and easier at the same time. And I notice that the trials of life are non-ending and it's never going to stop. So the more I sit there and fight against it, the more it's going to attract itself like a magnet to me. So I just sit back, observe, and I think that's been the trickiest part through this whole transitioning in the last few years. But it's really worth it, and I'm seeing a difference, and I love it.